Hello everyone, Deb Floros for Rings and Things. Let's make some riveted earrings. These are nature inspired, so I'm going to be using mixed metals. I've got some copper blanks that are ovals. I've got these beautiful flower shaped bead caps, and I have some amazing JBB Findings antique silver plated rivets that are bumblebees. So I thought that the combination of the metals and the theme here was really fun. So I've got some ear wires to make these into earrings when we're ready. And I think what I want to do is put that little flower somewhere on those oval drops and then rivet through the little flower. So you're going to need a punch tool, and you're going to need it to punch holes in your oval drops as well as widen the hole on the bead cap. So the bead cap wasn't quite large enough to accommodate that rivet, but now with that hole punch it is. So I'm putting wider holes in those bead caps, and I'm checking to see that the rivet actually fits through. I'm going to be using a bench block and a riveting hammer, and I'm setting that up on a little bean bag so that it will lessen the sound. A rivet hammer has a peen in the back that is tapered, and it also has a flat end, which we'll use to flatten out our bead cap. So after we've made the hole bigger, we just want to lightly hammer these so that they're flat. It really doesn't take much effort to flatten those out. And so I'm tapping with my hammer the flat end, and I'm setting those aside. And what I need to do is I need to put a hole in the oblong or the oval flat finding. And so what I'm doing is placing the flower in a place that I think it will work in. So I don't want it to be in the middle. I want it to be towards the bottom. So then I'm using my punch tool again, and I'm punching a hole through my bead cap like that. And I'm going to do this on both sides. You'll need to use a little bit of effort, a little more effort to punch holes in those blanks versus the bead caps. Then to make sure that the second hole is in the exact same place, I punch a hole through the one I already punched and hold those two together. And then I've got a hole in the exact same place on both of those blanks. Then what we're going to do is we're going to take our rivet and we're going to cut it. It's a little bit too long, so you'll need some good cutters, heavy-duty cutters, that you can cut that rivet in about half. And what that will do is act as a way to trap the two pieces of metal together and create a cold connection. So I've cut my rivets, and now I decided let's texture those blanks. I think they need just a little bit of texture. So I'm actually using the rivet peen on this hammer, and I'm just adding some texture. So it's not so super shiny, but gives a little bit of something to these blanks. So I'm just kind of tapping around and adding that texture. You can use different hammers to create different types of texture. So that's what that looks like. Now we can rivet. So, well, not quite yet. I've got to do the other one. So then now we can rivet. So I'm putting the bead cap over the hole on the finding, and then I'm pushing that rivet through. And you'll want to take that side with the bead cap and the rivet and place it down onto your bench block. Then you're going to use your riveting side of your hammer, and you're going to rivet several times in one direction, several times in another direction. And what you're trying to do is splay out that rivet so that it will hold on the bead cap onto that actual blank. So it's going to flatten out, and it's going to flatten over the edges so that it creates a little bit of that cold connection. And we didn't have to do anything fancy, just a hammer and get that right on there. And now that's going to hold. We'll do that on the other one as well. So you just want to make sure you tap in one direction and then tap in another direction. And you want it to be fairly flat up top so that it almost looks like a nail head on the back. I love these. They are so adorable. So now all we have to do is add ear wires. This is a super fun and easy project. And you too can do cold connection with metal with a little bit of riveting and some fun rivets. So here they are, the most fun nature-inspired cold connection earrings, and you can find most everything to make these at ringsandthings.com. Thank you so much for watching.